mummy's with the maggots now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Well, hi there.
Hello, and welcome to Would You Die, the show where the worst thing that ever happened to me was on Christmas. Oh God, it was so horrible. It was Christmas Eve. I was 9 years old. Me and Mom were decorating the tree, waiting for Dad to come home from work. A couple hours went by. Dad wasn't home, so Mom called the office. No answer. Christmas Day came and went, and still nothing. So the police began a search. 4 or 5 days went by. Neither one of us could eat or sleep. Everything was falling apart. It was snowing outside. The house was freezing, so I went to try to light up the fire. And that's when I noticed a smell. The firemen came and broke through the chimney top, and me and Mom were expecting them to pull out a dead cat or a bird. And instead, they pulled out my father. He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit. He'd been climbing down the chimney, his arms loaded with presents. He was going to surprise us. He slipped and he broke his neck. He died instantly. And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
Merry Christmas!
Holy shit, I didn't expect you to do the whole monologue, I'm not gonna lie.
I need you guys to know, and I know that this is not a Gremlins 2 episode. That will come. But there's a reference to that speech in Gremlins 2 that I think legitimately made me laugh harder than any movie moment in years.
I love that.
So yeah, if you're listening to this on the day of release, it is Christmas Eve.
It is.
Happy Christmas and a merry new gremlin.
New Gremlin, yeah.
Yeah.
And for those who don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays to you as well.
Yeah.
There's I don't want to leave anyone out, especially because we didn't have any happy holidays in our previous episodes.
That's true. At this point, Hanukkah is past. Kwanzaa's coming up in a couple days.
Happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrate.
I don't know if there's other ones in December. Are there other ones in December?
Those are the ones I know. But I'd like to cover my bases.
Happy New Year soon. But
we'll
not
say
quite
that
yet.
next episode.
Yeah, that's true. So, if you haven't figured it out based on the fact that we've said it several times, we're talking Gremlins. Pretty annual tradition here on Would You Die.
Yep. We always got to do a Gremlin something.
So, if you have never seen it, first of all, spoilers, go watch that. But
Also, grow up.
also grow up. But here's a little synopsis for you. This is what I wrote, not knowing that was what Austin was going to do. When sweet small-town kid Billy Peltzer receives a mysterious creature called a mogwai as a Christmas gift, he's given 3 simple rules. Naturally, every rule is broken. Gizmo the mogwai spawns a horde of chaotic, vicious gremlins who unleash festive small-town mayhem. Christmas is canceled, property damage is off the charts, and Phoebe Cates has a monologue about Santa Claus that scars everyone for life.
That's amazing.
Who's good?
That's a great synopsis.
Thanks. So what is your personal connection with this movie?
Well,
You've talked about it many times, but give the people a refresher.
anyone who knows me knows that this is one of my favorite movies,
Mm-hmm.
like ever. This is my favorite Christmas movie.
Yep.
Like, just, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched it for the first time. I was young, but not, like, terribly young. Like, I was older than 10. I think I was 11 or 12. The youngest might have been 10, but I'm pretty sure I was 11 or 12. For Christmas, my mom gets me a couple DVDs that year, one of them being Gremlins. And a few weeks go by, and I am sick one day, so I don't go to school. I'm not feeling good. I'm going to watch movies and lay in bed all day. I'm not feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
And I decide to go through my Christmas movies. What haven't I watched yet?
Yeah.
And I see Gremlins, and there's this cute little thing. I don't know what it is. It's just fucking cute. So I'm going to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. 10 a.m., like sick on a Wednesday type.
That's like the perfect time to watch Gremlins. It's like the holiday season, but you're feeling a little under the weather. That's good.
Yep. So I put it on, and it was a goddamn horror movie. I wasn't expecting it.
That's fair.
I was 11 or 12, which I don't know is a little too old to be scared by Gremlins, but I was still at that age where I did not fuck with horror.
Yeah, fair.
It was pre me watching Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael Myers still scared me at this point, so Gremlins really scared me, and I call my mom at work, and I go, Mom, you didn't tell me you bought me a horror movie.
Fair.
But then,
I love that this was like a car crash. Like, you, like, watched the whole movie.
Yeah, I did watch the whole movie. I needed to know how it ended. And I still really enjoyed it. And then just over the years, I would, like, maybe a few years later when I was a little older, I'd go back to it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this movie fucking rules. Mm-hmm. And just as I've gotten older, my love for this movie has only grown more and more and more. And it's kind of gradually taken its role as my favorite Christmas movie. Like, it wasn't my favorite Christmas movie when I first watched it.
Fair.
It just kind of gradually happened, but now it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. How about you? What's your personal connection with this film?
So, my personal connection is not that. I did not watch this movie at all growing up. My family was a very, like, traditional Christmas movie type. Like, we watched White Christmas every year, Eloise at Christmas time, like, a Charlie Brown Christmas. Very, like, traditional movies. Not even really, like, comedy Christmas movies. You know, like, very, very old school. And it was not like, you know, I was anti this movie. I just never saw it. Then last year, you asked me to be on your Gremlins live stream. And I was like, I should probably watch Gremlins. So I did. And I loved it. It was really fun. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did. Now I feel like it's definitely on the yearly rotation, which is nice.
Yeah, that became a yearly rotation for me. I think I was in college when I'm like, why don't I watch this every year? I need to.
Yeah. Jeremy, what's your personal connection?
My personal connection is pretty basic. I, as has been mentioned on this podcast several times, my dad and I, when I would go to see him for the weekends, he would always rent like several movies to watch over the course of the weekend that I was there. He bought, or he rented this at some point. I was probably like 9. It didn't scare me so much.
Okay, flex.
It didn't scare me so much.
He was also
but,
like with his dad, though.
Yeah,
you know,
I was like
watching
watching it with my dad.
Oh,
I
watched this movie alone.
Yeah. So I watched it with my dad, and so I wasn't so much scared by it, but I definitely was surprised by it because a similar situation where I'm looking at the cover and I'm like, well, that's a cute little guy. And now those are not cute little guys. So we watched it, and I got really obsessed with Gizmo for a while. Really wanted like a Mogwai, which is not a thing. You can't just get one. They don't sell them. So I settled for a stuffed animal one from Hot Topic.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, had him for a long time.
That's like the best place to get
Gremlin
Gizmo
shit.
stuffed animal. Well, Gremlin shit, yeah, but like a Gizmo stuffed animal. I've gotten some good shit over the years from Spirit Halloween.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
So I got some Gizmo plushies. I have some Gizmo Funko Pops. This is going to sound really surprising maybe. I love the Gremlins, but I don't really get Gremlins merch. I get Gizmo merch.
Yeah, that's fair. They did a New Era did a hat line like last Christmas.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted it really bad. And I like Gremlins. It's not like one of my favorite movies or anything, but I like it, and I have no reason to own it. But I was like, I kind of want that Gizmo hat.
That's the best reason to have it.
Yeah.
Is you just want it.
So before we actually move on and get into the bulk of what the Gremlins is about, I want to take a little sidetrack since this is our first annual Christmas episode in this iteration of the podcast. What are your guys' like standard watch it every year Christmas movies? Obviously besides Gremlins. Do you have any, like, what are your traditional, movies that you want to hit every year?
I'm going to say Gremlins again.
Okay.
Because not just, I know you said besides Gremlins, I generally watch Gremlins multiple times.
You've already done it twice.
Yeah. But that was more podcast related this time.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
I like to watch Gremlins near the end of November, beginning of December,
Mm-hmm.
like post Thanksgiving. I like to start with Gremlins, and then I always watch Gremlins either Christmas Eve or Christmas.
Nice.
Sometimes both, depending on the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But Christmas Eve, I'm generally wrapping presents.
That's hilarious.
And then, the past couple of years, I'll just be at home watching Christmas movies alone while I'm wrapping presents. And then on Christmas, I spend with my family, and we'll throw Christmas movies on during the day, just not really paying attention to them. So it's usually Gremlins that comes on just because that's my pick generally. Elf is a big one in the Torres household. That's my mom's favorite Christmas movie, and it's one of my I would say that's like top 4 for me. I love It's a Wonderful Life. How many am I picking?
As many as you want.
I would say my big 3 will be, like, every year watches are Gremlins, It's a Wonderful Life, and Elf. So I have to watch those 3. And then the ones I like to watch, I don't have to watch them every year, but I would like to, is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Boris Karloff cartoon, and the Jim Carrey.
Okay, live action.
I like both of them.
Yeah.
The National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, I tend to try to watch every year. Home Alone is up there. And some more recent ones where I'm like, they're kind of yearly, but that's just because they've been out for a couple years, so it's easier for them to be,
Yeah.
I really love Anna and the Apocalypse.
Yep.
Which
That's
is
a good one.
a British independent zombie Christmas musical.
It is all of those things.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah, it is.
And I really liked that movie, that Violent Night movie where David Harbour is Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
I like that movie. That came out like 2 years ago, but I've seen it 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to watch it this year. I might have watched it already by the time this episode has come out. So I'm going to stop myself there, but I love Christmas movies.
Cool. What about you, Jeremy?
Similarly, I love Christmas movies. Elf is a big one. I feel like I have to watch every single year.
We've already checked that one.
We actually watched
I mean, you
that
can
the
still
other day.
mention. Oh,
Yeah.
you're saying you guys already watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah,
No, you can't do duplicates, Jeremy. No, I'm kidding.
we watched that the other day. My Christmas Eve movie is always The Polar Express, which is probably a hot take. I feel like people don't like that movie in 2025, but I love that movie.
I saw that Nightmare Fuel in theaters.
Listen, the animation's weird. Ultimately, it's not a great film.
I don't
but
think that's true.
I'm sorry.
I don't agree. I think the animation is weird. I think that the story and the music and the premise is very, very good.
But I mean, like, Tom Hanks playing 800 characters
Yep.
in one movie?
Correct.
Great.
I need you to know that if you Google the Polar Express, though, because when they show the cast on Google, it just gives you one part that they play, and the part they've decided for Tom Hanks, you're never gonna fucking guess.
Is it Boy?
No.
Oh.
Well, I'm assuming it's not Train Conductor.
No, it is the Ebenezer Scrooge puppet.
The fuck?
It's not even the ghost.
I didn't even know there was.
Or
I haven't seen
Santa?
this movie since it came out.
Or
He's
Santa,
also-
nothing.
Or the boy's dad, or any of the other.
I
He
just-
did the motion capture for the boy.
I did not know.
He doesn't do the voice, but he did all of the motion capture for the boy, which is
I
weird.
remember the dweeb.
Wild.
I forget what he says, but he's like,
The train guy, yeah.
no, the dweeb. The fucking.
Yeah, the train guy who's obsessed with the trains.
Oh,
train kid.
I thought you meant the train conductor when you said train guy. I didn't remember he liked train. And I remember the hot chocolate song.
Yeah.
Because I played that in high school jazz band.
The spy kid who's married to
Meghan
Meghan
Trainor.
Trainor plays the main character.
But it says that Josh Hutcherson plays the main character.
Oh, you're right.
He was not the spy kid.
But they both say hero boy. Which one's the real hero boy?
Who knows?
Some drama on the
But
Polar
anywho,
Express.
I like the Polar Express, and I watch that every year.
That's cool.
I watch a Muppet Christmas Carol every year. I did that
Nice.
today, but it was for work, like literal work, like my
Yeah.
day job. Like that's
Yep.
what I went and did today. I do love that movie though. And then technically, I mean, it is Christmas adjacent, but 8 Crazy Nights.
I've never seen it.
What? It's my only film, Austin. It's the only one we
you're
get.
given. It's Adam
Oh.
Sandler. It's an animated movie.
Like, I've heard of it
It's
It-
the
it was
only
trending on
Hanukkah movie
TikTok.
in existence.
last year.
I really like 8 Crazy Nights. I did not know how much I enjoyed that movie until you showed it to me.
It's a good one.
I've
It's-
never seen it.
Yeah, it's the only Hanukkah movie around.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
There should be more.
there should, and I'm sure there are, but that's the one everybody knows about.
Yeah.
So no, I like that movie, so I watch that every year. And then trying to think any other movies that I watch on a yearly basis.
Oh, there's the horror movie.
Oh,
The
good.
Hanukkah horror movie.
What's the Seth Rogen movie? I like that
The
one.
night before.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's a Christmas movie. It's
A
not a Hanukkah
Hanukkah
movie.
movie.
No, it's a Christmas movie.
He's just wearing a Hanukkah
He just
sweater.
wears a Hanukkah sweater. But the movie I watch almost every year.
Oh, okay.
I'm very
It's good.
proud of my Hanukkah horror film title, and no one acknowledged it.
I thought it was funny. I literally left.
Oh, I didn't hear. I'm sorry. That's on me.
And then Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh, I
and
saw
the
that
Santa
when
Claus
it came
movies.
out.
They're good too. Anything with Tim Allen, except for I hate that man.
Ooh.
But I'm sorry, you were saying you saw Christmas with the Cranks when?
When it came out.
Really? Like all the way back? That's a lot. That's
I
older
think
than
I
you
did.
think.
That was 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And I didn't see it in theaters. I think we rented it on DVD.
That probably makes sense. I don't think many people saw that movie in theaters.
I think I saw Elf in theaters.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty sick.
You know what movie I saw in theaters? And I think it's the first movie I actually consciously remember seeing in theaters. Not Christmas movie, but movie in general. My whole family, like immediate and extended, went together to see the Santa Claus 2.
I saw that in theaters.
And I know I saw that. I don't think it's the first movie I saw in theaters, but I think it's the first movie I remember seeing in theaters.
I know I saw that in theaters.
One of my mom and stepdad's first dates was to the Santa Claus 2, and I'm pretty sure she fell asleep in the theater.
That's
How dare she?
awesome.
That's a cinematic masterpiece.
Sorry, Mom.
Anneliese.
What are your movies?
My movies, I kind of mentioned them already, but like
Mhm.
White Christmas isn't every year.
Yeah.
Eloise at Christmas Time isn't every year, which is like, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you've probably never heard of that movie in your life, but I love that movie. Charlie Brown, not Thanksgiving, I mean, yes, but A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of other ones that I watch every year. I do watch Love Actually almost every year,
I've never seen it.
which you can debate all day whether that's actually a Christmas movie or just a movie that takes place at Christmas, but it's still a good movie and I watch it every year. I'm trying to think of other ones. I generally watch Elf almost every year. I do enjoy the Santa Claus. I feel like there's a really obvious one that I am forgetting. Oh, you know what one's a recent addition that I'm going to sing the praises of because I have this platform? Scrooged. Which is
The Bill Murray movie?
No, that is
not
Scrooged is the
Scrooge.
Bill Murray
Scrooge
movie.
is the Bill Murray movie. What's the movie I'm thinking of?
You are thinking of the film that exists
Yeah.
with Will Ferrell
And Ryan
and
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, and it is
Spirited,
yes,
which
it's
is
a Christmas Carol.
a Christmas Carol, but musical, starring Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
It's from 2022. I really love it. Nobody else saw it. That's all.
Like Steven Spielberg's West Side Story.
Pretty much.
That's how I feel.
I don't know that it's on par with that.
Oh.
But it does have, like, a lot of people. Like, it has fucking Octavia Spencer and shit in it. Like, it's got people.
Nice. Before we get into Gremlins, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
What is a movie that's not a Christmas movie in any way, shape, or form, but it just you like to watch in December, January? Because it feels right, but it's not like you can argue. Well, Gremlins not really a Christmas movie. It just takes place during Christmas. But
Yeah. He wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. No. Here's my thing. Here's my rant. Is if it can't, like, if the plot can't function without Christmas,
yeah,
then it's not. Then it is a Christmas movie, and he would not have gotten
right.
the Mogwai if it weren't for Christmas. Anyway.
Oh, Jingle All the Way is something I wanted to mention. That was the one I was
Oh.
like, I know I'm missing one I love watching every year. I watch Jingle All the Way every
That's a
year.
good one.
I
do like
love that movie. Arnold, when he's funny, is fucking funny. But I mean movies, and I don't mean like Die Hard takes place during
No, but just one that like has nothing
to do with Christmas. So I'm not counting Die Hard. I'm not counting Iron Man 3.
I have one.
Okay.
So, for backstory, the reason that this is the case is because I don't know why, but I will never forget. It's actually a double feature, which is gonna sound crazy, but when I was in, I was really young. I mean, that's dramatic, but I was young. I had a sleepover at my friend Amber's house, and it was like the best sleepover of my life. Like, I don't know, like, her mom went all out. We went to the movies, we got Shake Shack, and then we went to laser tag, and then we went home and had a sleepover. It was like all of the things you could do in a birthday party, but in one birthday party. So
That's awesome.
For some reason, because she was born in January, I always associate these with like the winter months, even though neither really has to take place in the winter. But I will often do a Paul Blart Mall Cop and Tooth Fairy double feature, because we saw Paul Blart Mall Cop in the theaters, and then we went home and watched Tooth Fairy. And then in addition to that, the other reason that I associate specifically Paul Blart Mall Cop with this time of year is because one of my favorite like podcasts is My Brother and Me, and it stars the McElroy brothers, and they do this other podcast where they put out one episode every year, and it is on Thanksgiving, and it is called Till Death Do Us Blart. And the premise of this podcast is that every year they get together with their friends from Australia and they watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and then they talk about it, and they're going to do it until they die. And they have each named a successor, one of their children, to take over for them when they die to do the podcast.
That's amazing.
We listen to this as we drive around to all of our family events on Thanksgiving. It's phenomenal.
So it's like that so kind of kicks off Paul Blart season, and then like I think about Paul Blart and the Tooth Fairy until I watch them both.
That's amazing.
So that's my answer. That was a very long-winded answer, but it is the truth. What about you?
I have two. We're gonna caveat one with it's not a movie. It's a TV show.
Oh, this is a movie podcast.
Okay, so we'll do the TV show first.
Television.
You watch this television. You do, and you're gonna be like, yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Every single year around this time of year, I associate Christmas time with The Simpsons. Not because of their Christmas specials, but because this might still be the case. I don't know, because like streaming exists now. But as has been mentioned on previous podcast episodes, my dad and I used to collect the seasons of The Simpsons when they came out, and they always came out around the holidays. It was always a holiday drop, so people could buy them for like Christmas gifts. So my dad would get them around the holidays, and
for like your Hanukkah gift,
like my Hanukkah gift, and we would just watch that season for like the entire. So, and I would see my dad 2 weekends in December, and then we would watch both. We would watch as much of the season as we could while I was like there. So I associate The Simpsons with this time of year, and then this time of year rolls around, and I will just like put The Simpsons on all the time. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, and I'm going to have zero explanation for this. I want to be really clear. I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm like, man, It's time for The Blind Side. I don't know why. There is no reason for it. But I'm like, Christmas time? The Blind Side.
Family.
Family, I guess. Not in real life.
Kinda.
That doesn't matter. This is a fictional movie.
Yeah.
Nick Saban.
Nick Saban
Yeah.
is there.
So that is those are
another-
my answers.
That's another one of those movies, like National Treasure, that I could probably quote the whole movie to.
Nice.
I don't know if anybody knew that my fun facts are that I can quote the entire movie of National Treasure by heart and also Night at the Museum.
I can quote Jurassic Park.
That's fair. So what are your non-holiday holiday movies?
Coco.
Okay. Interesting, because that one does have a specific time of year it takes place.
Yeah, but I don't. It is a literal Day of the Dead film.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a Christmas time film.
Fair.
And School of Rock.
Fire. I love School of Rock.
Those are movies that are like hugs, and sometimes the holidays can be hard.
Yeah.
So they're like hug like movies, like not comfort movie. I think that's a little different from what I'm trying to say. But when I need a hug movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Coco, School of Rock, those are my picks.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to add one more annual Christmas watch. It's a more recent one, which is why I thought about it when one of y'all were talking, and then I forgot to mention it again. And Anneliese, I think you're going to add this one too.
Mm-hmm.
The Holdovers.
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie.
That's okay. We were literally just talking about the Holdovers earlier today, but that is a Christmas movie to me.
But that's why I'm like, I'm bringing it back to the annual Christmas watch.
Yeah, that's absolutely an annual Christmas watch. That's like most of the time in my Letterboxd top 4.
I added Violent Night and The Holdovers.
Yeah, the Holdovers
this
is
decade.
a recent addition, but oh my
Yeah.
god, is that a good movie?
And Anna and the Apocalypse that came out in like 2019, but I first saw it like
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago. So
So
those are my recent
recents.
additions. I just
Fair.
wanted to make sure I didn't forget
Mhm.
Holdovers. So Gremlins.
Nice. Gremlins. Okay, so some historical context. Steven Spielberg. First of all, it was released in 1984 as part of kind of the Amblin Golden Age. So Spielberg set up his own entertainment company, his own production company, and kind of just took off from there. He did E.T., Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and Gremlins kind of right in a row within like 2 years of each other of creating Amblin Entertainment.
And Poltergeist was
And
at Amblin.
Poltergeist, yes. So that was kind of like that early to mid 80s was really
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg's time. And so it was directed by Joe Dante, who kind of was leaning into and inspired by like Looney Tunes style anarchy type, think the Tasmanian Devil, think Wile E. Coyote, that kind of
This
thing.
is a very Looney Tunes
Yeah, absolutely it is.
kind of film.
And you can tell. So
Chuck Jones has a cameo in it.
yes. So Gremlins was so intense for a family film that it and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom directly inspired the creation of the PG-13 rating. Before it was just PG and then R.
Yep.
Whereas both of those movies kind of fell pretty directly in the middle.
And because they fell directly in the middle, the ratings board just gave them PG ratings.
Right.
But, parents taking their 8-year-olds to see Mola Ram tear dudes beating heart out
Not great.
just to later, see like what I think is the scariest scene in the movie, and we'll come back to it, but the Gremlins attacking Billy's mom in the kitchen.
Yeah. So, you know that I'm always going to talk about the practical effects because that's my favorite thing. This is a practical effects showcase.
Oh, yeah.
Puppetry, animatronics, slimy gags, like it's got everything,
Even as a stop motion shot.
Yes. It's a great practical effects tribute, I
Yes.
guess, is what I would say.
I think Gremlins. We also have to talk about the fact that Gremlins and Ghostbusters came out on the same day.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Isn't that cool?
That is wild.
And normally when movies come out on the same day, like, one doesn't, do good.
Yeah.
But somehow they both became hits.
Mm-hmm.
Like huge pop culture defining hits that still are like culturally relevant.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ghostbusters won the box office battle,
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
but Gremlins
It had the way bigger cast, which at the time.
Yeah.
That's true.
But Gremlins is the better movie. I said what I said.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree. It's close though.
Not for me.
It is for me.
Gremlins
How do you
is
feel?
a
You're the
better movie.
tiebreaker.
I do think it's close, but I think Gremlins edges it out.
I think that's absolutely insane to me.
I
But
don't-
that's fine.
Here's what I'll say. I don't think that Gizmo could have played Bill Murray, but I think Bill Murray could have played Gizmo.
What, you don't think?
That's the opposite of saying that that's good. Like, I don't... What?
No,
Wait.
I do. I think that I think Gremlins is a better overall film. I think
I'm just trying to imagine, like, Billy Peltzer carrying Bill Murray around. I'm not going to try and do a Bill Murray impersonation, but, like...
it's a better overall film, and I think that I love Ghostbusters, but I
Mhm.
think that Gremlins is a little bit more. I also here's what I'll say. I think that Gremlins being a Christmas movie, not that alone does not make a movie good, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that it create like I'm more apt to watch Gremlins on a yearly basis than I am
Right.
Ghostbusters because of that.
Right. No, I get that.
As everybody on this podcast knows, I don't own a lot of movies. I do own the 2016 all-female reboot of the Ghostbusters, and I saw it no less than 7 times in theaters. So if there's ever going to be anybody who's a Ghostbusters franchise defender, it's going to be me, unfortunately. So that's all I got. That's all I got for you guys. I never said I had good taste in movies.
But anyways, back to Gremlins.
You guys brought it up. Anyway.
I did bring it up.
Okay, so fuck around and find out month.
Mm-hmm.
This one is the most fuck around and findy outest movie that there could possibly be. There are simple rules. There are such simple rules. They literally say these are the rules. It's not even like the other movies where like the legend has it that if you say his name 3 times in the mirror or whatever.
Right.
Like this one is literally like, hey, there are rules. No light,
Mm-hmm.
it'll kill him. Do not give them water. It'll kill him.
Well, but
Well, do not feed them after midnight. That's it. You
Yeah.
just have to do 3 fucking things.
what does Billy do?
Billy fucks around. And here's the thing about Billy. I love Billy as a character.
Yeah.
He's also the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
The original himbo?
Yes. Austin, Jeremy, and I watched this movie together, and we were all like, wow, what a dumb motherfucker. That's just crazy how dumb he is. And I feel really bad saying that, but like, first of all, your life is inherently confusing because you are like a grown-up with a full-time job. And I understand he's probably like 19, like maybe 18, you know what I mean? Like, this is obviously, he's recently graduated, but he's like grown up with a full-time job and enough to have a romantic entanglement with somebody who works in a bar, which I know it was the 80s, so that could mean nothing, but in today's world would mean that they're at least 21.
Yeah, because she also, Kate, the Phoebe Cates character, she also works at the bank with Billy.
Yes, but I'm saying like that makes him around 19 or 20.
Yeah, but also with it being the 80s.
Right. That's why I
She
said
could
like
have
this
been
could not
18.
matter, but
Yeah.
however, he comes home from his full-time job to his childhood bedroom where he lives with his mother, who seemingly is a homemaker, but I'm not sure. And then his father, who's like not good at inventing. So how they're making the money to afford this house, I have no idea. Mostly probably Billy and his job.
Well, the Judge Reinhold character at one point is like, you're practically supporting your family.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
straight up.
true. So he's doing this. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And then he comes home and he's friends with Corey Feldman, who's like 13.
The 80s were a different time.
I understand this. I'm not like trying to be like, Billy's a creep. Like, that's not what I think is happening.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just neighbors. But I'm also like, how are you like having like the maturity level of not just like an 18-year-old with a job, but an 18-year-old who had to get a job out of necessity because he's supporting his family, and your like number one friend is like your neighbor who's 13.
Yeah.
He needs more friends, and he doesn't get any
honestly,
more friends in the second movie.
He's like Corey Feldman. Not. I understand this isn't how movies work, but he's supposed to be 12 in Stand By Me, and he's definitely older. Like when did Stand By Me come out?
86, I think.
86, I think.
Yeah. So that's 2 years later. So if this kid might be 10. Is my point.
Yeah.
Like, he goes to elementary school.
That's true. I forgot.
Yeah. So he's in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "What's up, Billy?" And Billy's like, "What's up, my best friend, Corey Feldman?"
Right.
I know that's not his character name, but
But
I can't think of it.
I know, but I don't know why they wrote that line into the movie.
But here's the thing. Billy, I love him, but it's a damn good thing he's beautiful. Because Billy is not smart.
No.
How did he get this job at the bank? He takes his dog to the
He
bank.
takes his dog to the bank. This is the other thing. What are we doing here?
And I don't remember the reason why.
Um,
And we just watched, and I've seen this movie like 25 times in my...
As our resident member of this podcast who spent years of his life working at a bank,
That's true.
the bar is low.
That's fair. Is it bring your dog to work low?
In the 80s?
Okay.
I thought you were gonna
say.
say I brought my dog to work multiple times. What do you mean?
You're just hanging out with Neil at work.
No. But, like, listen, in the 80s, well, the bar might have been higher in the 80s.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Like
of, like,
hustle
Reaganism.
culture and Reaganism.
Yeah.
And the guy even said, "Why?" Like, his boss was like, "Why is your dog even here?"
This is a compelling question.
It is a good question.
And like, don't get me wrong. What's her face is a fucking bitch, but like, she kind of had a point when she was like, "Hey, why is your fucking dog here?"
Mrs. Deagle.
Yeah, Mrs. Deagle.
Yeah.
We'll get to Mrs.
We hate
Deagle.
Mrs. Deagle. The homies hate Mrs. Deagle.
True.
This is a Mrs. Deagle hate club.
But okay, so back to like the rules and the fucking around and finding out, because we'll get.
I
to
have one
Mrs.
more
Deagle.
thing to say about Billy. I'm sorry.
Fine.
All this said, he still pulls 80s Phoebe Cates.
That's great. She's got some shit going on too.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
did you not hear about what happened to her on Christmas?
Do you know the story of how she found out about Santa Claus and how he wasn't real?
I'm familiar.
Yeah. Anyway, so Billy has this Mogwai who he gets from his dad because his dad goes to try to solicit in Chinatown, and then he's like, "Oh my God, look at this weird little creature that I know nothing about. This is perfect. This is exactly what I've been looking for my son for Christmas."
This thing I have no existence of.
Which again, no, you weren't. First of all, your son already has a dog,
Yeah.
as we've already mentioned. I don't really think that you were like, you know what would be good? A second pet.
Can we go back to Billy being a himbo for one more second?
Yeah, we were getting there, but
When Rand Peltzer gives his son
oh my
the
God.
box containing Gizmo, and Billy, the first thing Billy says is this a bird cage? And proceeds to shake it.
Like he hears Gizmo singing and like chirping and shit, and is like, "Oh yeah, living being." Shake. What is wrong?
And his
with
dad
you?
is just like, I wouldn't shake that.
In
Dumbass.
fairness, though, shaking was not in the rules.
That's true, I guess. They never said you couldn't give your Mogwai shaken baby syndrome.
But it's just like, hey, something's alive in here.
So then he gets the Mogwai. He names him Gizmo. Gizmo, cutest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
And then he's like, immediately spills water on Gizmo.
Not immediately.
Well, and also, he didn't do it.
That's true.
Fucking 10-year-old Corey Feldman did it.
Immediately. And this
That's
is a
fair.
mom, to be fair, before they know the rules.
Mhm.
Takes a Polaroid bright flash picture. Gizmo freaks the fuck out. And Rand Peltzer
this
is
is
like,
Dad's fault. This is
yeah,
Rand Peltzer's
he's like,
fault.
oh, by the way, here's some rules that.
Here's something that we should have talked about
Yeah.
while I watched you set up the camera for like a full 5 minutes.
And then immediately after Billy discovers that Gizmo is like a musical prodigy
Yeah.
who has like perfect pitch, proceeds to like blind Gizmo with a mirror and knock him into the trash.
That's true.
First night he has him, he like
Yeah, that's true. He knocks him into the
Yeah.
trash, and then he's like,
has to do
"What's wrong
First-
with you?
first aid.
Why is he so upset, bitch? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Why is he so upset?
Well, and you gotta remember too, Gizmo was borderline kidnapped
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he wasn't like sold by his rightful owner.
Right.
So
he was just kind of like shoved off by his owner's grandson, who like takes $200 from it, and it's just like, nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I don't think the dad was like wrong. I think the little boy, the grandson, was wrong for selling, because I think he was. I mean, he really wanted that. Like, that's 200 smackaroonies.
right.
Yeah.
But at that point, no meant no, and he was ready to leave.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Is the implication that Gizmo, and we're gonna get to what happens when each rule is broken, but
Yeah.
pre-water, are we under the assumption, and is the implication that Gizmo's the only Mogwai in the world?
There's a cartoon that goes into it that came
Okay.
out like a year or 2 years ago
Oh,
called Gremlins: Secret of the Mogwai, and Gizmo's very cute in it.
okay.
It's on HBO Max.
That's something I will watch.
It is. It's actually pretty cute, and there's like moments.
Is it a
where-
movie or a show?
It's an animated TV show for children,
Oh, okay.
but I watched it, and there are moments where I'm like, "Oh shit, that wasn't PG at all."
Okay.
yeah.
It's mostly PG. It is made for kids, but then they like have moments where I'm like, "Oh, that was actually kind of violent."
Fair. Yeah, I never got the impression that he was the only Mogwai. I just kind of got the impression that he was the only Mogwai in, like, at least this area of America.
Yeah.
And Mogwai, incidentally, means demon in Chinese. So, anyway, yeah. He pushes him into the trash can because he blinds him with a mirror. And then he's, like, so distressed. He's like, why are you upset? As if he did not push him into a trash can.
Using a mirror,
Using a mirror, which also hurts him.
reflecting bright light.
Yeah.
Which Gizmo tells you, bright light, bright light.
Yep.
No.
So cute.
So, rule number 1 broke.
Done. Twice. Broken twice. Then Corey Feldman
Yep.
comes over, is like, hello, what is this? And then he tries to, like, manhandle him. And then he spills water on him.
Yep.
And granted, accident, but still does.
And he's like, what did I spill on him? Nothing, just ordinary water. The ordinary water you were warned not to get.
Like, Billy, why are you shocked? Like, I understand, like, okay, maybe you don't remember, but then, like, the moment that you see him writhing in pain, you're like, yeah, that was one of the rules. I remember now.
And Gizmo's making the most horrible sounds, and they make me cry every time.
Yeah, I know. It's really sad. It makes me want to die. He's so cute.
I
And
know.
little and so in pain, and then he gives birth to his little fur babies.
One of them's like the fattest motherfucker, and it makes me laugh every time.
Yes. So now there's several Mogwais.
Yeah.
Except for here's the problem. These other Mogwais are a different breed than Gizmo.
Yeah.
I don't know why Gizmo's the exception to the rule, but he's just chilling with his little like trumpet and then sitting in bed being like, look at me, let me read my comic books and kick my little feet in the air, and it's so fucking cute, and I want to die. And I want to put him into the sun.
That kills him. That is the brightest light.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually do it. I just would have the urge.
That is the brightest light.
Yeah. But then, so these guys, a little more mischievous. So do
Yeah.
I actually blame Billy for feeding them after midnight?
That was not his fault.
No, I don't.
But here's where his himbo moment comes into play. I love this movie, but this makes me laugh for the wrong reason every time.
This is probably the dumbest moment that we have of Billy, and it is my favorite.
He accidentally feeds the Mogwai children, after midnight. Gizmo is spared because Gizmo says, no chicken wings for me. Gizmo declines. It's revealed the next morning when they're all in their fucking gremlin eggs that Billy's like, the mom's like, did you feed them after midnight? And Billy's like, I gave them some chicken, but it was before midnight. I checked. And we see Billy check.
Yeah.
So he goes over to his clock, and it still says like 11:30 or whatever. And he pulls it up, and the power strip to the clock is clearly like bitten through.
Yeah.
It's clearly been sabotaged.
And
Billy,
this is where we get
Billy
Billy's
deadass just
powers of deduction right here.
looking his mom dead ass in the eye. What's going on here?
Girl, listen. If I were Mrs. Peltzer, I would have had enough. My husband spends too much time inventing things to actually provide for my household. My son is a fucking idiot who my husband comes home with one pet. We already have a pet. We cannot afford 2 pets. Now we have a new pet. There's very specific rules for the pet. Night 1, my son breaks all 3. And now we have 10 pets. And now on top of the 10 pets, they've been cocooned in some kind of like alien reptile thing. And then my son hits me with the what's going on here. I would have left. Like, kudos to her for staying strong because they really needed her in later scenes.
Yeah.
But I would have been like, you know what? I'm going to get eggs and then never come back.
Yep. So, the ultimate fuck around and find out. The Mogwai are fed after midnight and become, spoiler alert, the titular Gremlins.
Yes. And they make it everybody's problem. The whole town's problem to find out.
They are chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
AF.
Yes.
And it just, the movie transforms into something completely different, and it's awesome.
It's wild how quickly it turns dark.
Yeah. And not just dark, but just chaotic.
Yeah.
A little later in the movie, after some of the horror sequences, all the gremlins are in the bar, and we get like a 10-minute sequence of them just doing bit after bit after bit. It's amazing.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That, and then the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
And then in between that, like the darkest monologue you'll ever hear, which I already recited for everyone.
Yeah. Her hatred of Christmas, which was heavily foreshadowed earlier in the movie, actually turned out to be darker than anybody could have imagined.
You say you hate Washington's birthday or Thanksgiving and nobody cares, but you say you hate Christmas and people treat you like a leper.
I just feel like that's just not, like, who is saying out loud, I hate Washington's birthday? Like, who's like, you know what?
Well, she doesn't hate Washington's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. Jesus. Is she Jewish?
No. I'm not talking about Jesus' birthday.
That is funny, though.
That is funny,
that's
too.
What you meant.
No,
He's making a reference to Gremlins, too.
Yeah, you might have been asleep at that point. I think you were. It was the best part of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then
that's
I think
good.
Jeremy's laughing woke you up.
I believe you.
That probably did. I was cackling.
Yeah.
It was
Are you gonna
so
say what
funny.
it was, or are you just gonna like?
Do
Well,
we
you
save
kind of
it
need to. You kind of need to watch Gremlins 2 again.
Yeah,
Fine.
Because you also missed the spider gremlin.
that's
I did.
true. That movie was so off the rails. Okay.
This is another
continue.
episode. Like,
Yeah, we'll all we're gonna say about Gremlins 2 is that movie is just a masterpiece,
that's
chaotic masterpiece. Along with this movie, back to this movie.
Let's talk about Stripe.
Yeah, he is chaos manifested.
Yeah, I love him.
I think Stripe's a really great villain too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just worships chaos. And he's very cute when he's a little mogwai.
Not Corey Feldman.
Why?
Tries to bite him.
Oh, he does. You're right.
And then
I
Corey
forgot.
Feldman goes away. Or not goes away. He goes to like the bed and starts reading the comic book, and he's like, "Yeah, that's cool. Yeah." He's over. It's
That's
so
fair.
funny.
I think he's a very cute little guy at first, and then he gets very menacing.
He does, and when he's a gremlin, I like when he just kind of like, we're bouncing around a little bit, but after Billy and Kate and Gizmo destroy all the gremlins but Stripe in the movie theater, and it's like Stripe versus Billy. One, there's a gremlin-sized crossbow that he uses, and that's iconic. But then there's a gremlin-sized chainsaw.
Yep.
And I have a little story about this. I was listening to an interview with Zach Galligan, and he said that while they were shooting that scene, one, Joe Dante wanted it to be a yellow chainsaw to look like the same one that Leatherface uses in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
That's sick.
which is an iconic reference. And then Zach Galligan said that he went up to Joe Dante and was like, "Hey, if he's going to be chasing me with the chainsaw, wouldn't it be cool if I had like a bat and like used it to like kind of like fight him off a little bit? Wouldn't that be cool?" And he said that Joe Dante was like, "Yeah, that would be cool."
It would be cool.
I just love stories like that.
Yeah, that's very good. I also wanted to point this out because it was something that like I looked up.
Mm-hmm.
There is a novelization of the Gremlins that explains why Gizmo is the only like gentle gremlin. And so one of the things that we learned in the novelization, which takes a lot of liveries with the screenplay, like it's not necessarily canon, but I think it's fun, is that the Mogwai are not from this planet. So it says, centuries ago on another planet, Mogturmen had set out to produce a creature that was adaptable to any climate and condition, one that could easily reproduce itself, was gentle and highly intelligent. The galactic powers sent Mogwai to every inhabitable planet in the universe, their purpose being to inspire alien beings with their peaceful spirit and intelligence, and to instruct them in the ways of living without violence and possible distinction. Soon after these first departures, it was discovered that the Mogturmen's creatures were highly unstable. To be exact, fewer than 1 in 1,000 retained the sweet disposition and charitable aims built into it by the inventor. Instead, something went wrong. Very wrong. So basically, they were invented by an alien race, and only 1 in 1,000 is sweet.
I don't know if that's canon anymore because of the cartoon series.
It's not canon.
I think that kind of overrode it. And the cartoon series, I'm pretty sure, was produced by Amblin.
Yeah, and apparently Joe Dante thinks that they are the mating of a dragon and a panda.
Oh, that's funny.
Which is very cute.
I don't know if he still thinks that, because I think I don't know if he was involved with
Again, I don't know what's canon and what's not.
I'm pretty sure the
anymore.
TV show just overrode
Which
everything
is fair.
but the movies.
I just think those are fun.
But
facts,
the
though.
TV show, I don't know if Joe Dante had any direct involvement with it, but I know he like endorsed it and sang its praises. They kind of it takes place in like China 100 years ago, and kind of goes into the Chinese origins of Gizmo and deals with a little bit with Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
And has like a lot of Chinese actors guest starring as vocal characters and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. But for them to like embrace the Chinese origins of Gizmo for real, yeah. There was a point a couple years ago where Joe Dante went on Twitter and was like, "Baby Yoda, Gizmo did it first," and it started like a whole Twitter war. It used to be simpler times.
It did.
But also, he kind of had a point.
Yeah. No, he does.
There's the cute, fluffy, big ear trend. One I am not immune to. I love it. It's my favorite. Because I think of my favorites. I think of Gizmo. I think of Pikachu. I think of Stitch. I think of Baby Yoda. I think Augie.
True.
I like little fluffies with big fucking ears.
Yeah.
I know there's more, but those are the what's
Dumbo.
Dumbo. Oh, I love Dumbo. I love Dumbo. The biggest ears. But yeah, other than Dumbo, Gizmo, I think, is the oldest of all those characters that I mentioned.
That's true. I think you're right.
So maybe Joe Dante had a point.
I think he did.
Also, we didn't mention him at all yet, but this movie was written by Chris Columbus,
True.
who is best known, I think, as a film director,
Yeah.
directing another iconic Christmas masterpiece, Home Alone,
True.
and the first two Harry Potter films,
Mm-hmm.
which
I mean, he's done a lot.
the first Harry Potter is a Christmas film for a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he also ended up doing a movie that kind of has similar vibes, but is not a Christmas movie, which is The Goonies.
Oh, Chris Columbus wrote that too?
I don't know if he wrote it or if he just directed it.
He didn't direct it. Richard Donner
Oh.
directed The Goonies.
You're right. Yes, he wrote it with Steven Spielberg.
Okay, because I know it was Spielberg produced.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Goonies came after Gremlins.
Yes.
So, I know Steven Spielberg bought the Gremlins was originally a spec script. It was going to be a lot darker.
Yeah,
Like-
you've told me.
Like, in that original script, from what I hear, obviously I haven't read it, but, like, the dog actually died in that one. Gizmo was going to be the main villain. He didn't, that was a Steven Spielberg idea to keep Gizmo good. Just for audiences would love that, and he was right. And then, they kill the mom in the original. Like, at some point, Stripe or Gizmo, whoever was the main gremlin in these early drafts, throws Billy's mom's head at Billy. It's like, yeah. And then Steven Spielberg wisely was like, let's lighten it up a little bit.
That's fair.
Gremlins made a lot of money.
Yeah, this kind of leads to cultural impact stuff if you're ready to talk
Yeah.
about it. So obviously it is an essential holiday, non-holiday film.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue it's a Christmas movie. Other people might not. My stipulations, again, for a Christmas movie is if it cannot happen without the holiday, then it is a Christmas movie.
It also has one of my favorite Christmas songs to begin the movie. It just has Christmas vibes.
Christmas, the snow's coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good opening. I really like the opening. Mogwai and Gremlins merch exploded in the 80s. Huge. And actually, we were talking about this the other day, but I did some more research into this. Furbies. So Furbies were made in the 90s, and I mentioned, I was like, are Furbies just Gremlins? Because they look a lot like Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that who else thought that Furbies looked a lot like Gremlins? Warner Bros. Because they sued the shit out of Hasbro.
Really?
For Furbies.
That's funny because when we were talking about this, I was like, oh, look, here's the Gizmo Furby they made.
So basically
Whoa.
in 1998, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, 1998, right before Christmas, Hasbro ended up paying Warner Bros. Something like a 7-figure sum.
Wow.
They settled out of court, and then they buried the suit, and then they made the Gizmo Furby.
They're like, hey, you gave us money.
Yeah.
How about we make all the money together?
Yes.
That is insane.
So yeah, apparently it was something that was pointed out a lot when Furbies started to be on the
Yeah.
market. And basically, apparently, according to toy analysts and stuff, Hasbro had kind of assumed that this was going to happen and had the money set aside. Quick, quiet, out of court settlement, all of that. And then, yeah, in December of 1998, passed $10 million for Furbies sold, which is, I obviously, sounds like not a lot, but this was 1998.
Right.
So, yeah.
What else you got?
It inspired, the cartoon series, endless homages, spoofs, reboots,
It got
sequels.
us. It didn't get us reboot surprise.
No, but
thank
reboot
goodness.
discussions. There have
Yeah,
been
there's-
discussions in recent years about reboots. I personally don't think they should, but
Well, it is going to get a sequel for real. Like Gremlins
Yes.
3 is happening.
yeah.
So they're not going to have a reboot for a while. I guess a requel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Steven Spielberg's back to produce. So with his involvement,
Yes.
I'm a little sad they're not going to bring back Joe Dante as director.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know what a Gremlins a Gremlins movie without Joe Dante looks like. I don't want to know what that is. But there's like maybe 3 names you could give me where if they directed it, I'd be like, okay, fine, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, Steven Spielberg. He's not directing it, but if he was like, I'm directing, then I'll be like, okay, I'm interested in your Gremlins 3 because you're Steven fucking Spielberg.
Yeah.
The second option would be Austin Torres.
Okay.
I'm a little biased in that regard.
No, I would take it. That's good.
And then the third option is Chris Columbus, the original writer and proven director. And Chris Columbus is writing and directing Gremlins 3. So I'm like, I'm bummed they're not bringing Joe Dante back. But if there's any person who's not Joe Dante that should direct, it's like, I'm happy Chris Columbus is getting a chance to direct an idea he originally come up with.
Yeah.
But I'm also such a huge Joe Dante fan, so I'm like...
Fair. Something that it also kind of created was the cute monster trope.
Yes!
Which is, we've kind of already talked about this, but like...
Well, this is what you're about to say is a different trope.
Yeah, so like... Stitch also falls under this category as well. Cute monster. How to Train Your Dragon, like Toothless.
I thought you were going a different direction.
What were you thinking?
There were a trend of films that came out after Gremlins that's like an instant ripoff trend. You get Critters, you get Ghoulies.
That's true.
You
yeah.
get those are the ones that are coming to mind. That's where I thought you were going.
Yeah.
Like the little monsters that are cute enough. The movie's kind of funny, but it's still horror. I think Critters is like the big Gremlin ripoff to come out afterwards.
Yeah. Critters, Ghoulies.
Those are the ones I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more, but I don't
Munchies.
have... Is that real?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I thought you were going with...
Yeah. Which also, yeah, like those really terrible spinoffs. Yeah, this is a munchie, which looks just like a fucking gremlin. Like literally just like a gremlin.
That's insane.
They're cute, they're cuddly, they're out for blood was the tagline. So very...
I mean, this is like...
Very similar. Yeah, you're right. Like the direct copy was just right there.
Like, this is like when Orca and Grizzly came out right after Jaws.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah, and then, this is not necessarily a cultural impact, but Phoebe Cates' Santa monologue becomes, like, one of the most infamous tonal curveballs in film history. Yeah.
I have a story about that before we move on. Steven Spielberg, for the most part, my understanding, obviously I wasn't there, but all the interviews and articles and behind the scenes featurettes I watched over the years seemed like he had Joe Dante's back for a lot of... He was very involved. He gave a lot of notes, but he supported Joe Dante's vision for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Spielberg did not want this monologue in the movie. He wanted it taken out because he's like, it's such a tonal shift. And Joe Dante just stuck to his guns, said, this is what makes a movie. We need this in the movie. This is what makes Gremlins Gremlins. It's that weird, like, is it comedy or is it horror? Yes.
Yeah.
It's what, gives Gremlins its little snark. It just encapsulates the movie so well. And Steven Spielberg said, okay, then I have your back. Steven Spielberg fought against executives who also didn't want it because it's like, well, it's sad, but then I laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Executives don't like the disparities sometimes. And Steven Spielberg's, well, Joe, if you're gonna, fight this hard for it, then I'll fight with you, and had Joe Dante's back, and it stayed in the movie.
Nice. Yeah.
It's an interesting scene because it doesn't seem like it really is like, I don't know, like I don't think I initially clocked it like the first time I seen that movie or like in subsequent viewings of it as intentionally funny. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I watched it and I was like, I don't think they realized how out of place this seemed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that it felt intentional to me.
Yeah, but when you grow older, it's like, oh, that is the funniest scene in the movie.
Right.
And it's very intentional, but it's that really dark humor.
Right.
And Jerry Goldsmith just underscoring that scene with Silent Night.
Yes.
Yeah. Jeez.
But yeah, cultural impacts. We mentioned it a little before. Like, Gremlins 2 comes out in 1992? 1990, maybe? Yeah, 1990, 6 years after the original Gremlins. Great film, didn't make a lot of money. Came out a bit too late. But Gremlins, still popular. Always Funko Pops. Always mentioned around this time of year.
Yeah.
Always in the conversation. Getting a new film had a, come out. There's a video game Warner Brothers made, which is a Super Smash Bros. Ripoff. But you can play as, like, Wonder Woman and Marvin the Martian and, like, Shaggy and just, like, a bunch of different Warner Brothers characters and, like, Arya Stark and Jason Voorhees. Anyways, Gizmo and Stripe are both playable characters.
Hell yeah.
In this fighting game. So you can play as Gizmo beating the shit out of Batman.
Nice.
And Jason Voorhees. So, yeah. Gizmo's still popular.
Gizmo is still popular. There's literally a 5-pack of ornaments you can buy that are Gremlins.
That's awesome.
At Target right now. 2 of them are Gizmo. One of them he's holding a candy cane, and the other one he's got a Santa hat and he's sitting in a present. 2 of them are Stripe. One of them he's holding a candy cane like a gun, and he is also eating the wires of some Christmas lights. And then the 5th ornament is one of the little balls of fur that comes off of Gizmo with the Santa hat on it, which is very funny.
That's really good.
Anyway, superlatives?
It is time for our...
Stripe-perlatives.
Oh, that's better than I was going to say.
Were you going to say...
Gizmolatives?
Gizmolatives?
Yeah, Gizmolatives. Super Gizmo!
Super Gizmo.
But Stripe-perlatives.
Stripe-perlatives?
That's better.
Okay. Who would you save?
Gizmo.
Okay.
From having a dumbass owner. I would take care of Gizmo so good.
That's fair.
Because when he screams, when he gets wet and he's screaming, I don't like it. And that would never happen with me. That would never happen with me.
It's also 2025. They can't, like, cut the cord on our alarm clock anymore. We have phones.
But they can cut the charger.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the time on your phone.
But if your phone dies in the middle of the night...
Guess what, kids? You don't eat until morning.
Oh, that's fair, too.
If I look at my phone and my phone's dead, then I'm like, well, I have no way of knowing, so...
That's common sense at that point. But yeah, I would simply not break the rules.
Fair.
I'm built different. Who would you save?
I'm saving Roy Hansen, the science teacher.
Oh!
He didn't do anything wrong.
He conducted experiments.
Yeah, but he was, like, nice about it. Like, he wasn't, like, trying to hurt them. He was just trying to figure out, like, hey, what are you? What is going on? Why are you multiplying like this?
He fucked around.
I don't think he did.
And he found out.
What was your favorite scare?
Ask 11-year-old me. It was the Phoebe Cates monologue because I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was legitimately traumatizing. That is the part that scared me the most when I was a kid.
Fair.
But also, I do think when Billy's mom is attacked by the gremlins in the kitchen, It is very scary before it becomes badass.
Yeah.
And then it gets scary again.
Fair.
How about you?
I'm going with Deagle going out the window.
I love that so much.
Fucker.
Even the Gremlins hate the rich.
Yep. Tony Todd Award for movie MVP.
Gizmo.
Okay. Ask me mine.
Who is your Tony Todd Award winner for movie MVP?
Stripe.
We're going to fight.
Listen, I love Gizmo. He's objectively like the better character. He's a great little cutie. Stripe is fucking out there. He's a menace. He is committed to the bit. And he's got a mohawk.
We're literally enemies.
Yeah.
So, the Would You Die podcast will return next week because we're professionals.
Mm-hmm.
But this is personal.
It'll be colder.
It'll be colder.
Is the score better than Jaws?
No. But
Jerry Goldsmith knows what he's doing. Hot
Jerry
take.
Jerry Goldsmith is a legend.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite composers. Here's what I'll say about Gremlins as a score, because it is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Jaws is such a high bar,
Mm-hmm.
but when you take, I think Gremlins might be one of the most perfect, like, how do I want to say it? Like, it just you hear that music, and it's like, this is what Gremlin music would sound like.
Mm-hmm.
Gizmo's song is so pretty. It is such a beautiful melody. And I just love that instead of writing a love theme for the movie, he's just like, well, I'm not going to make a prettier melody than this.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
he uses Gizmo's theme whenever Billy and Kate are being cute with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it because it is a really pretty melody, but then like the dun 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 da 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 da. One, it's a bop.
Yep.
Like if I went to the club on Christmas, not saying I'm going to, but if I did, I would want to hear the gremlin rag at the bar or the club. I would bop to it.
Fair.
And I like when like the random meowing happens in the score.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good score, and there's mystery in it, and there's like big brass at times, and there's weird like theremins, and
Yeah.
it just fits the movie so good.
Yeah. So things that Jerry Goldsmith has done. This is not an all-encompassing list because he's done a fuck ton. But
Yeah, that would
be
be
here all
its
day.
own episode.
Planet of the Apes,
Mm-hmm.
Patton, The Omen,
Mm-hmm.
Poltergeist, Basic Instinct, Mulan, which is, in my opinion, one of the best Disney movies, and
Mhm.
the score is part of that. Alien, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., several Star Trek movies.
Including one of my favorite Star Trek melodies, which is like the theme for the first film.
Mm-hmm.
Bum ba ba bum ba ba bum. That one.
Yep, so good. He won a Saturn Award for Gremlins.
Oh, hell yeah.
He did Gremlins too.
Which is also a really good score.
He did The Money. He did Looney Tunes Back in Action.
That was one of his last films.
Yeah.
It might have been his last film. It was his last film with Joe Dante. Oh, I should have said this in Cultural Impact, but finish what we want to say about Jerry Goldsmith, then I'm going to tell a little Joe Dante.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to say. He's done
Yeah.
a lot, especially in the 80s and 90s.
He's one of the goats
Yeah,
in
for
film
sure.
scoring. Oh, the Brendan Fraser Mummy.
Yeah.
That's
said
got to be. Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get it. You don't listen to me.
So Brendan Fraser's the mummy. But speaking of Joe Dante and Jerry Goldsmith doing Looney Tunes Back in Action, we mentioned earlier that Gremlins is and Gremlins 2 is very inspired by the Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Very cartoonish, very silly, very wacky and chaotic. I just think it's really cool that Joe Dante was able to make Looney Tunes Back in Action,
Yeah.
which I have a hot take. It's better than Space Jam.
Okay. I've never seen it. I can't.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because Marvin the Martian is actually in it.
That's the only reason?
For me, yeah, actually.
Oh.
I like Space Jam. I think Space Jam rules, but Marvin the Martian is, like, barely shows up in that movie. And it's like its one biggest flaw. But anyways, in case you don't know me, I love Marvin the Martian. But anyways, Joe Dante, who we've talked about on this podcast before when we covered The Howling, he's one of my favorite filmmakers. Gremlin, like, he starts off with Piranha. That gets him some notoriety. He's able to do The Howling. A Mr. Steven Spielberg sees The Howling, offers Joe Dante a segment on the Twilight Zone movie, and then liked him enough to when Steven Spielberg bought the script for Gremlins for his production company Amblin, Steven Spielberg was like, I know the perfect guy for this movie. And it was Joe Dante. And Joe Dante has made a bunch of great movies over the years. I really am a big fan. But Gremlins is his magnum opus. He will be remembered forever for Gremlins.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And this film has a lot of the Joe Dante consistent collaborators. His producer that he always works with, Mike Fennell. He's a part of it. Cast members who you expect to see from Joe Dante movies, like Dick Miller. We've talked about Dick Miller a bunch on the podcast. That's Mr. Futterman. The one girl from The Howling, she has a little cameo in it.
Mm-hmm.
In this, what is her name? But, like, she plays, like, the best friend.
Yeah.
And the one who gets slapped with the file.
Mm-hmm.
Which is my favorite moment in The Howling.
Yes, it is.
But she's in it, so... Anyways, I'm a big Joe Dante fan. I could talk about Joe Dante for a while. We should move on.
That's fair. Is this a fine addition to your collection? Do you own this?
I was going to say... I was going to, like, try and play a joke on you and say no. When I literally told the story of how my mom bought it for me on DVD.
Yeah.
So, I have it on DVD, I have it on Blu-ray, and I have it on 4K. And I have numerous stuffed animals and...
How many Funko Pops?
A couple, actually.
Yeah.
We have one of him in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a bobblehead of him in the car. I have a bobblehead of him in the box. I believe I have a Funko Pop of him with the 3D glasses.
You have the Boxel head? Sorry.
Yeah. What's in the box? It's Gizmo.
It is Gizmo.
How about you? Is this a fine addition to your collection?
I don't own it, but I would love to. Holiday horror movies is good.
Yeah, and this is a banger.
All right, everybody get out their Letterboxd reviews.
It is time.
It is time. I never remember. Do I go first?
It's Jeremy, Lisa, Austin.
Gotcha.
All right. So I gave this movie 4 stars and a heart. And I said, just a nice little guy causing as much chaos as possible. But enough about Billy. Gizmo is also awesome.
That's good.
Jinx.
Fuck. I owe you a Coke.
Yeah, you do. So I gave this 4 stars and a heart. And I said, a cutie little guy strives to stay away from chaos and play the trumpet, only ending up in trouble because of their himbo friend. Where'd they get this footage of me?
That's good. So, I have logged this on Letterboxd 11 times.
Yeah.
In my
Shocker.
Letterboxd era. It crossed the 10 watch movie club this year. I watched it this month. I've watched it twice in like 2 fucking days.
My bad.
Yeah, I watched it this year, November 15th and November 17th. So, November 15th, I said, Gizmo really needs to record an album. My boy can sing. And then on November 17th, I said, watching Gremlins with friends this time of year is literal perfection.
Aww. That's me. I'm friend.
The funniest thing is, like, literally, we texted Austin and said, hey, we think watching Gremlins together would be a lot of fun. To which he replied, oh, man, I watched it yesterday already. And then we said, okay, no big deal. We'll just watch it. And he said, nah. We're going to watch Gremlins tomorrow.
It's just one of my favorite movies.
It's a good one. And it's a fun one with friends.
It is really fun with friends. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also 5-star and heart. Like, come on.
Sure. So our next superlative is supernatural alumni, and there is one.
Gizmo.
Gizmo is in both. Actually, there's several, but they're all in the music department. So a lot of studio musicians, sound engineers, that kind of stuff worked on both, which is kind of interesting. And then it is time for our special edition superlative. Scale of 1 to 10. How much did they find out?
10.
Yeah. I think Deagle found out 10. I think that's what you get for trying to raise the rat on my boy.
That's true, but like Billy is like, hey, here's 3 simple rules, and nearly killed his entire town.
That's fair.
Can I counter?
No.
I think it's a 10.
I said no.
That's our show, folks. No, so I, if we're just counting it as how much did they find out, it's a 10, right?
Yeah.
But if we're pairing that with how much did they fuck around and find out, I'm gonna give this a little bit of a lower ranking, because he did not intentionally break the most important rule.
Well, he didn't intentionally break any of them.
Well, he didn't intentionally. Well, no, he did intentionally break the water rule.
You know what?
He literally takes them to the guy, and he's just like, "Check this out," and he drops water on him.
That is true.
You know what? You bring up a compelling point. I'm willing to drop my answer down to a 9 only on account of what we're going to cover next.
Fair.
This is fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. I think a 9 is appropriate.
9 is appropriate.
Because this is like the fuck around and find out movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe a film has taken the next step.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Ooh. So.
All right. Would you die?
No. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I would be an excellent caregiver to Gizmo. We would be best buds.
That's true.
He would never get wet.
Mm-hmm.
He would never see bright light. And we would never be fed after midnight because our bedtime is 11.
Real.
And he and I will watch 1950s horror movies in bed all day and read comic books and just we would be bros and we would be best friends and I would take very good care of him. So I wouldn't die because I am a responsible pet owner. How about you?
I'm going to say yes, but it's not because I'm not a responsible pet owner. It's because I have 2 cats and they are 24/7 feeders. So they have food out all the time. And I'm afraid that if Gizmo got hungry after midnight, he would go and eat their cat
chomp
food.
on some cat food.
So go chomp on some pellets. But I would never intentionally feed him after midnight.
Good.
But I do think I would die. Because I feel like if Gizmo were to go dark, go gremlin, he'd be worse than Stripe. Because, like, you know, like, it's the rule of,
well,
like, it's Murphy's Law, you know?
Gizmo's,
I don't think
Gizmo's a problem. I think getting him wet is a problem. So if he were to accidentally get wet, then it's the little babies.
Yeah, that are running around.
That, you know.
Right.
So you might be okay if it's only Gizmo, but, you know, freak accidents happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think my barometer for this specific movie is if Billy can live through this, I can live through this.
Fair.
There's not a lot of actual deaths in the movie.
That's true, actually.
Unless
it's
you're
just a lot of chaos.
Miss Deagle, bitch.
Austin, where can the people find you?
The people can find me watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at Austin M. Torres on all the social medias. You can find Find us on Instagram at Would You Die Show, where we post. You should subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we also have the podcast. My short films, like Ice Cream, The Blood Witch, and the maybe Gremlins-inspired Spider.
Yeah.
We like our small creature puppetry. Subscribe
We don't care.
Subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Patreon, where we have monthly bonus episodes. We have a new podcast, which is patron only, called the Godzilla Project, with the next episode coming out next month. We have our weekly sports recaps, Would You Ball, where we like sports.
We don't care who knows.
It's a lot of stuff for $3 a month.
It is.
So tell your friends, and remember the 3 simple rules: like, share, and subscribe.
Hey!
Where can the people find you?
The people can find me watching TikToks of Gizmo dancing to various songs on the Would You Die TikTok account.
Give me one margarita.
You can also find me at Whimsawillow pretty much everywhere. Jeremy, where can the people find you?
You can find me feeding myself after midnight, and also at Annually Funny on all platforms.
Huge thank you to Jeremy Lippitt for producing our show. Thank you to our theme music's composer, Josie Palmer. Check out her music on Spotify and Apple Music. A big thank you also for our graphics displayed on our social media, which are done by Alec Gibson at Crosshook Creative. You can check out more of his work at weheartcrosshook.com and alecgibsondesign.com. Austin, do you have a hint for the next episode, our final episode of 2025?
Respect the balance. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
Bye bye, woof woof.